Okay, the subject of this one is elevation gain. Now, a lot of people don't really understand how elevation gain affects the electric car. It actually has a pretty big effect on it. And anytime you get something that's highly efficient, which an electric car is highly efficient, then you start seeing the things that change its energy usage. If you have something that's not very energy efficient to start with, it's really hard to tell because most of the energy is lost anyway. With electric cars, they actually are very high in efficiency. So I'm going to take a little trip. And this trip is going from an elevation of about 2,070 feet to, 4,725 feet. So it's a mountain pass, and it's going to go about 77 miles. I'm going to start out about 77 miles away, and I go over two passes. One of them I think is about 3,000 feet, and then the other one is the 4,725. And so what I've done is I've taken this trip up there. I'm traveling about 65 miles an hour, except when I got close to the top of the pass because the weather conditions slowed me down quite a bit there. But I started out with the trip meter at 0 and a full charge in the vehicle, went to the summit, read all the trip meter information, and then went down again. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you the results of this so that you have maybe a little better idea. I'm doing a round trip, so the energy I use getting to the top, I get back some of it coming back down. You don't get it all back, but you get some back because of your regeneration that the vehicles use. So let's take a look at this, and some kind of nice scenery and stuff on the way up. I'm not sure you see it all that well, but by the time I've reached the summit, I will have used 29 kilowatts. Now that's almost exactly half of the charge in that vehicle. So if I was that close, I should end up with 2 kilowatts left when I come back. Well, that's not true because I'm going down and I'm going to get some of that back. I'm coasting, I'm regenerating. So where I was doing the opposite before, I was using more power than I would on a flat surface to get up to that high pass. Let me throw some numbers at you. I reached the summit and I showed that 29 kilowatts had been used, and my estimated range was 80. Now I had 77 miles to go to get back, but my estimated range was 80. And it's trying to determine my range by the conditions under which I'm driving. So that's not going to be accurate. It's going to change. And in fact, that it stayed on 80 for, well, it even went higher, went to 83 or 84. But I probably went 10 miles before I got, well, probably even more than 10 miles before I got back down to 80. So when I came back, got all the way back, I had a total of 49.1 kilowatts used. Okay? That means when I used 29 kilowatts to get there, I used 20.1 kilowatts to get back. So we're looking at about a third less usage on the way down. So when I got back, I had 28 estimated miles range left on the vehicle. because it started recalculating as I started going back down. So you could figure if you're going to gain around, it says 2,658 feet, that's the total gain. If you're going to gain that much altitude, you're going to use about a third more energy to get up there. So that may give you some ideas on how far you can go when you're having to go kind of over the road. If you're going over a pass and you come back down, you get a lot of it back, but you are going to use about 1/3 more power, more energy out of your battery when you have an elevation gain of, well, at 2,600 feet. Okay, that's it on this one.